All right. Well, let's see. Michelle just let me know that she couldn't hear me, and some others have. And I was just saying that I'm very new to live streaming, and obviously I am. I forgot to turn that microphone back on. So thank you for that heads up. Maybe later I will be able to trim the beginning of this video. But I am here today, just an impromptu live. I thought I would make some quick and easy thank you cards. I do currently have a giveaway going on my channel from the Ink Road stamps. You can win $100 store credit. So I thought I would show you today how I use the basic rainbow builder set with my daughter to create some quick and easy thank you cards last weekend. Glad you can hear me now. I'm a little nervous, you know, with my regular videos I'm good to go, but I'm not so good here live. So let me tell you a little bit about the story behind the thank you note card set. A couple weeks ago, my daughter and I were at Target and we needed to get some thank you notes, and we saw this super cute set. I think they were by Canton or Canson, and it was 10 cards for $4.99, which in the scheme of things is not a lot of money for 10 cards. But I'm like, you know what? I have this stuff at home that we'll make those. We'll do it. So that's what we're going to do today. I do have out a couple different shades of pink. I have a Gina K Designs Dusty Rose, and then I have a Fresh Ink, just a lighter pink. I will be doing some heat embossing, hopefully, if everything goes right. So I have my Versamark and my Detail Gold. Once again, the stamp set is the Ink Road Stamps Basic Rainbow Builder. And for my sentiment, originally I used a different thank you sentiment I didn't get out, but I wanted to be able to make these cards to send to subscribers and channel members. So I got out a few different sets. I'm not sure yet what we'll use for the sentiment. I have 2 different paper tray ink sets and a There She Goes clear stamp set. What I like about these is some of the words are like cursive handwritten and others are a printed sans serif font. I'll take a couple seconds here to read the comments, see if you have any questions. Thank you for the reassurance that I am among friends and that, oops, I forgot to turn the microphone on. I'm so glad you all have joined me. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and get started. I did already pre-cut and score some card bases, and I won't fold these until the very end. I don't know how these live YouTubers do this all the time. This is kind of nerve-wracking, friends. All right, so when the cards are done, they are going to fold in half, so the fold's on the left. So we'll just be setting this up in our MISTI, and instead of using the magnet, I'm just going to make sure every time I stamp it's in the lower right-hand corner. Welcome, Lisa. I'm so glad that you caught this too. Cross your fingers that it goes well. So what we're going to do with these, this card set that we saw, it had kind of a wonky rainbow and there was some gold foiling on it, I think it was. So we are going to stamp the 3 arcs of the rainbow in different shades of pink. And then this polka dotted arc, we are going to stamp and heat emboss with gold embossing powder. Now my daughter did also decorate her envelope with this little dotted heart, and it was super cute. All right, to get started, I'm going to do the center rainbow, and I know that I'm going to want my sentiment a little below this, so I want to keep this above center. I'm just going to eyeball it as best as I can, left to right. There we go. Now the great thing about the MISTI is I can set this up once and then stamp it for all of my cards, which I think I have 7 or 8. For the middle one, I'm going to use the lighter pink. When my daughter and I started doing her cards, we thought the middle one would be the dark, but we accidentally started with the wrong arc, and it actually ended up being a happy accident. We liked that way better. I am going to go ahead and put my magnet on here. And there's that. I do know that my camera is not getting the best color. It's a lot more red on screen. So hopefully you can get an idea of that. And I'm just going to go ahead and keep stamping here. I've had a lot of people ask me about this tool recently, and my sister actually made that for me. It is a wood piece, I think from the stair section of a home improvement store, and she painted it and put some matching felt on the bottom. It comes in super handy on this. And Carol, I think I might have just answered your question without knowing it. I think for now we'll just stick with 4 cards instead of doing all the cardstock, because I do have to go pick my daughter up from school. She stayed a little bit late to maybe do Key Club and help out teachers. She likes to do that on Friday. So I can't leave her there for the rest of the night. So 4 is probably a good amount. I have been trying to lately clean my stamps off after I use them. Normally I would have just thrown them to the side and they would just stay like that for days. Now once that middle arc is ready, or is done, we're going to take the large and the small arcs. I had already mentioned it, but if you are just joining me, I do have the Ink Road Stamps giveaway going until midnight tonight, so make sure if you haven't signed up and you're interested that you watch the video, which I will link in the description box after this live is over, and find out how you can enter to win. I'm going to pull this out of frame for just a second so I can see if it's straight. Now the good thing about this set is you do not have to line these up perfectly. It's just kind of a fun rainbow. So I did try to do my best, but no big deal if it's a little bit off. And I have a feeling here in just a second we are going to have a visitor. Yes, here comes Lyndon. I'm not sure if she's going to get in the frame or not. But actually yesterday was our adopt-iversary for our cats. We've had them a year now. We were never a pet family until we got these two, and we are just absolutely crazy about them. Uh-oh. Now you'll see that one did not come out looking the best, so we're just going to ink it up again. And say hi, Lyndon. All right, let me move her because she's hitting on the computer now. All right, so there we have those arcs. Again, they're not perfect, but that's kind of the beauty of this stamp set. Yes, let's see, Yvonne, cats are curious, and it seems like more and more lately. They constantly know when I'm trying to film a video or do stuff, and they come and lay on my desktop. but she has went to lay down now in the chair, so hopefully we're good for a while. I do have to say, I think my daughter lined her arcs up better when she made her cards. Mine are a little bit extra wonky. Right. Nope, I guess I can leave that right there. Now, for the next part, I am going to do all of the stamping and putting the powder on, and then I'll set them off to the side to heat emboss. And while I do that, I'll probably let you guys talk amongst yourself, and I will turn my mic off because that's probably not the funnest sound to hear, is an embossing gun. Brenda, I can totally see our cats doing the same thing to my daughter. I know that my daughter would like to lay on the floor and work on posters and stuff for school, and yes, they would be over there laying right on top of that poster board. Aw, Granny, I hope your kitten is treating you well. Denise, thank you for joining us from the pickup line. That is usually where I do my premieres from when I do them, like when I chat live with you while we watch my video together. But like I said, my daughter's getting picked up a little late today. Now we get to pick out a sentiment. And again, I chose these because of the cursive and the printed font. I think I'm going to go with "You're Amazing." Unfortunately, these sets are no longer available. There She Goes Clear Stamps isn't even in business anymore, which is so sad. I loved their stamps. Let me know if you were a stamper when There She Goes was around. Alright, sorry for that dead air there. I was thinking. Now, I'm not going to forget my Embossing Buddy. We did forget that on a couple of our cards the other day, but I definitely want the powder to only go where I want it there. And I've lost my tidy tray. Be right back. Alright, thank you for hanging in there with me. I have absolutely no idea where my tidy tray went, so I will use a piece of folded up paper. Like I mentioned before, I will ink these up, pour on the powder, and then emboss them all in just a little bit. Mom of 5, I think is what your username is. I do have usually a little powder that likes to remain in my tidy tray, but I have one of those cheap Swiffer cloths from the Dollar Tree. Of course, it's not the Swiffer brand, and I usually just wipe that out over the trash can. Now, my pink ink must have still been a little bit wet there, so I'm going... Oh! Look at that, guys. I just wiped off my sentiment. So maybe this card just won't have a sentiment. That's the problem with live videos. This just goes to show you that I have the same hiccups and oopsies that everybody does, but I can usually edit them out of a video. So don't get down if you don't think your cards are perfect, because we all have that. Yep, this one I'll just leave without a sentiment. Cross your fingers, this next one will be okay. Granny, I thought about re-stamping it, Granny O Crafts, but yeah, I just decided it would be a blank one. Hopefully this one will work. Does anybody have any fun plans for the weekend? I know I mentioned earlier that I'm going to try to start a live series starting tomorrow night. I'm not doing a whole lot of promoting on it because just like this, it's just kind of a test. And I figure the less people in the audience to not be able to hear me or see me have to restamp something, the better. But I think it's going to be a fun series. I do hope that you'll join us. I think we're going to try to do 6:30 p.m. Central Time tomorrow night. I'm definitely not used to the paper. Welcome to the new people who have joined in. I hope you'll say hi in the comment section. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves while I am creating here. I'm just doing some quick and easy thank you cards using the Ink Road Stamps Rainbow Builder stamp set. You know what? I forgot to do my embossing buddy on that, didn't I? Oh, cross your fingers. This one's going to be very powdery. Maybe I should have let these dry a little bit or dry them with my heat tool. Oh, actually that didn't do too bad. Let me know in the comment section if heat embossing is one of your favorite things to do. It definitely is mine when it works like it should. And let's see, Denise, yes, I love the look too, and I kind of go in spurts. Like, I won't heat emboss for a month or two, and then every card I make will have to have some kind of heat embossing on it. Don't forget, I have said it a few times, but we have some new viewers that I do have that Ink Road Stamps giveaway going on. And after this live is over, I will link that video in the description box so you can go check it out. You have until midnight tonight to get entered, which if you're watching the replay, that's until Friday, March 14th, 2021. And Laura, the owner, is giving away $100 store credit, so you would be able to stock up on lots of new stamps with that. And even if you don't win the giveaway, I do have some exciting news when I announce it about a special discount offer for you. All right, I am going to go ahead and turn off the sound because I don't know what the heat gun or the embossing tool will sound like while I melt these. So I'll let you see me melting them, and you can talk amongst yourselves. Maybe talk about what your favorite technique is to do on cards. This one does look pretty bare. I might go in later and add a sentiment, but I will be right back with the volume. All right, that time I did not forget to turn my microphone back on. So everything is now embossed, and I just love the different shades of pink and then that just sparkle with that gold embossing. Now I do usually try to heat from the back to start the melting process and then heat from the front, because you know sometimes your cardstock starts to curl up, and I find that if I heat from the back and the front that helps a little bit. But these are kind of wonky, so what I'll do is I will put them in a heavy book, under some heavy books for probably 15 minutes and let them flatten out before I fold them. But the great thing, or one of the great things about these cards is, first of all, they'll definitely mail. For a regular postage stamp, they're not heavy because they are that single layer, but then they have that added sparkle of that gold embossing. So thank you all for joining me for this first official live video. I have loved getting to share with you, even though I'm still nervous right now. I'm so glad that you had joined me, and I hope tomorrow night at 6:30 Central, if you're not busy and want to stop by to see what that new series is about. So again, thank you, and I hope you all have a crafty evening. Bye-bye.